Sorry, my best friend just called. I have to call her back. But so you're ultimately distracting yourself from the shit that matters with your full schedule and all this stuff. But the point I'm trying to make is now me trying to work my self-care routine and do it consistently every single day, something that needs to be done, because if I don't do these things, then my energy starts to drop, and then I start feeling I start getting overwhelmed with stuff, and when I don't need to be, if I'm centered, or if something's happening, it's not going to throw me off and everything. So what I'm coming to see is that, so you wake up, you've got to wake up, you have to pick the time that works for you. 5 a.m. is my time. So wake up at 5 o'clock, get up, do a few stretches, really shake out, all the tightness from sleeping and all that stuff. Get your heart pumping if you want to. You don't have to do it right away. Just stretching. Light stretching is fine. And then I want to move into, right now I'm currently doing a celery, or am supposed to be doing and will be doing a celery juice and then lemon water. So I apologize, I'm a little nasally, but celery juice and then lemon water, and then I get into meditation. So it's important to do at least 15 minutes. If you could just sit in a room quietly, just sit, close your eyes. I suggest especially if you're not familiar with meditation, I suggest following some YouTube videos. Figure out what it is that you like to listen to. You've got to figure that out for yourself. Everybody's going to be different, but it all works the same at the end of the day. As long as it's positive and uplifting, it's all going to work the same. So a person that I really like, and I don't necessarily I meditate with her, but I also do just music sometimes, or I'll go into deeper meditations. Check out the videos, but I love Abraham Hicks. She's number one in my book. I love her. And I just like to listen to her in general to talk. But I also use I just look up stuff on YouTube, and it depends. Like if I want to do an energy clearing thing, I'll do that. Like I'm experimenting with all different types of meditation styles and stuff. So I'm just playing around with what people have online, and I don't necessarily think I'll ever be like a meditation person, like to teach meditation, but I highly recommend it. I think it's very important for everybody to do that. And if you're not doing that, you're already fucking up. So I hate to break it to you. You don't know what you're missing. You're missing out. You're missing out if you're not meditating. So wake up 5 a.m., right? Stretch it out, light stretching. Get your celery juice in. Get your lemon water in. Then go into the meditation. After meditation, you're gonna be feeling great. You're gonna be feeling still and calm and peaceful and light and love and all that stuff. So it's important to journal. Even journal when you're mad. You could journal when you're mad too, but that's part of your meditation, journaling. Write out affirmations, positive affirmations for yourself. Positive affirmations. You can write about what you want to accomplish. You can write about stuff you're looking forward to. Writing down the stuff where you want to be, knowing that you are capable of being there right now, like knowing that, and getting into that feeling of what that feels like, and believing and trusting in that and believing it. Write all that out. And then you could talk, if you want to talk about some negative stuff, write out stuff what you don't want. You could do that, but you have to replace it with what you do want. And it's all about the feeling. So I want you to focus more about the feeling as opposed to what you were actually thinking, because you're going to think yourself into, people do it all the time. Your mind is constantly going. You're going to constantly think about stuff, and a lot of times we're in our ego instead of being in our heart space and our spirit space and stuff. And you've got to box that out. You've got to get spiritual. That's how you're going to minimize ego. That's how you're going to do that, by doing spiritual work and meditation, all that stuff. And you'll start to see over time that your ego it'll pop up at times, but you'll shut it down fast, especially if you're on the right track and you know what you're doing. It's going to shut it down fast. You're going to lead with your heart, which is what everybody should be doing anyway. Ego, Ego is nothing. Ego is fear. Ego is fear. It's a human thing. It's not a spiritual thing. So I really want people to start studying that. And, you know, people could teach you and people can, I could talk to you all day long about this stuff, but if you're not putting in the practice, you're not putting in the work, you're not putting in the time to take care of your inner wounds and all that and shadow work, if you're not doing it, one, nobody's going to do it for you. Two, nothing's going to change. And then don't sit there and wonder why you're so miserable and depressed. I mean, it's on you at the end of the day to do your own work. No one can do it for you. So anyway, as I was saying, getting back to this for like the 10th time, wake up at 5 a.m. So you have to have a set schedule. You have to have a wake up time. Start doing something as soon as you wake up. And I know it's not easy, but I know the difference between getting up at a random time and then just letting your day go fucking wherever. You're not as productive. I know that. I've experienced it myself, and I know how productive I am when I get up at 5, do what I need to do for myself, do this little mini self-care routine in the morning to start off my day. I'm going to have a more productive day, more successful day because of that. So very important. So for me, start at 5 a.m. Late stretching. Get into some kind of meditation. Just sit down. I still don't even like to be honest with you, I don't like to sit up. I don't like to sit up and meditate this way, but I know I need to. It's going to be good for my back too. So for like the longest time I slept on the fucking couch because I just needed to get away from certain people. But anyway, that's another story. And so my back is still kind of messed up. So it's good for me to sit, but I like to lay down. I like to lay down and just like in a yoga pose. I don't know the name of it. I forget. The yoga pose where you just lay down, your hands are sprawled out, like palms up, feet facing out, whatever. Just fully relax yourself. I used to have tight shoulders. I was just like, I remember being so stressed out. Everything was so tight, especially up here, and I'm a lot better. I feel a lot looser now, which is great. Still a little bit more work to do on my back, but we're getting there. But anyway, you could sit up. A lot of people, especially in the morning, you should probably start sitting up. Maybe do the lay down meditation for at night. That's okay too. So sit up, lay down, follow the prompts that they give you on YouTube or wherever you're getting your meditation from. Follow that. So meditate, journal. And if you're not, and I noticed this too, if you're not saying stuff out loud and you're not writing stuff down about just what you appreciate and stuff like that, that's how you start the gratitude and the appreciation. It's so important. You're not doing it just to get a certain result. You're doing it because you actually feel that way, and that's an important part. So I was doing, when I was going through some of my stuff, especially in the recent past or whatnot, and I was like, I don't know, how the hell am I going to get out of this fucking hole that I put myself, this hole that I'm in, though, this hole that I have now, for a while it was other people, when you're younger, it's not your fault, all that stuff, but how am I getting myself out of this fucking hole that I put myself in? So I was researching TED Talks, and I knew innately, I already knew, because this is the stuff that I was telling, my parents or my friends or all this stuff, all these people in just in life, like the people that I experienced and all that stuff or came in contact with, I would tell these people these things, and for a while I was doing them, and then after, when I fell off the wagon, I wasn't doing it. So I wasn't telling people stuff. Like, I wasn't going out there preaching. Like, you do need to practice what you preach. I can't stand somebody. This is one of my biggest pet peeves, and that's their own issue, and I don't really care anymore, because that's their problem, not mine. But one of my biggest pet peeves are people that do not practice what they preach. I can't stand that. So you're not gonna sit there and tell me. It's like that Jack Harlow song. What does he say? Something about, I'm tired of dealing with people that can't look in the mirror, face the mirror. It's so true. How are you gonna sit there and tell me what to do when you yourself are not actually practicing that stuff? So I don't want to hear anything you have to say, but it's important to practice. If you're not practicing this stuff, it is not going to work, and don't wonder why. You can't sit there and be mad at me or anybody else as to why it's not working, or one of my programs aren't working. If one of my programs aren't working for you, it's because you're not doing the work. So just know that. get your ass to work. You can't avoid the work, and I hate to break it to you, that's just the way it is. You need to deal with that and come to terms with it. So I was trying to figure out how to come to terms with that. And I heard this saying, one of these TED Talks, I was talking about vulnerability, because for the longest time, I thought I was being vulnerable, but then I knew I was shutting down, and that I wasn't being really intimate or vulnerable, and I was hiding a lot of stuff and how I really felt and all that stuff. So I heard this saying, like, fake it. You always hear the saying, fake it till you make it. They're like, no, fake it until you become it. And that's what the fuck that's exactly what I was doing. And it works. Don't fake it till you make it. Fake it until you become it. Live the life you want to live. Start doing it now. You might not have the material possessions. You might not feel the best. You might not have the relationship that you want. Your self-care, look at my hair. I will probably always look. I don't care because this is not affecting me. Like, I know I'm beautiful. I know how to dress up. I know how to take care of myself. I know how to look good. I know how to look like $1,000,000, and I'm not going anywhere right now. I've been running around all morning. I need to go work out. I don't even have a bra on. I don't care. I'm comfortable with myself, so it's fine. But I need to dye my gray ass hair. That should have been done 2 months ago. But again, that's the least of my worries. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is self-care. Your self-care routine is important. So I don't want to go back through everything that I just said, because I said it like 10 times and I keep missing. There's another part that I'm missing. But anyway, after you do all that stuff, after you journal, after you do the gratitude stuff, and you're faking it until you become it, write that shit down and do it with purpose, and really sit down and look at yourself and be thankful. Be thankful that you have clean drinking water. Be thankful that you have a shower. If you have a washer and dryer, be thankful that you have that stuff. If you have a car, be thankful that you have that stuff. Not so much thankful, but grateful and appreciate. Like, really sit there and appreciate it. You've got to feel that. You can't just say it. You can't just say it. If you're just saying it, they're just words. You've got to feel it. It's an energy, and it's very powerful, and you've got to make sure that you're doing these things. If you're not doing these things, then you're going to be like, oh, why does this person have this thing? This is what I did. I've worked my ass off. I said that my whole life. Why am I working so hard? Why am I busting my ass? I'm not getting, where the fuck are the results? Where are they at? Well, guess what? It's all about how you feel, and I was blocking myself from my blessings. I know I was, and that's fine. It's something that I had to get over. It's something that I'm still trying to get over now. Subconscious blocks, all that stuff. Not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy enough, not feeling confident enough. Why are people going to care what I have to say? One, you need to care, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Two, if you don't care, that's fine. I know what I'm doing. I know how I'm feeling, and I know the difference between that life and the life that I'm now leading. So I know the difference. I feel the difference, and it's fucking important. It's important to do the work, and you need to figure it out for yourself. So I could give you tools. I could try to guide you, but ultimately it does come down to you, and it's on you at the end of the day. I'm still going to sleep at night, so I'll help in any way that I can. But if you're not going to do the work, and you want to keep ignoring the signs that are coming at you, because I'm sure if you're already listening to me talk and all that stuff, there are things that are bringing you around to this point that's trying to pull you out of your misery, your depression, or whatever you're not feeling good about. It's trying to take you away from that. It's trying to get you to open up and see the bigger picture, and you need to listen to your inner wisdom, your spirit, your guides, everything. You need to listen to that. You need to figure out how to find them, who they are, all that stuff. So go within. But another part is getting out in nature. So after you do all that stuff, your meditation, your gratitude, all that stuff, you start prepping your body for food during the day, energy, all that stuff. Get outside for at least 15 minutes. I always say do a half-hour walk. I don't care what the weather is. Get your ass outside for a half hour and move your body. So important. Movement is medicine. It all ties in. If you're not eating right, you're not eating clean, I should say. Clean eating is the only type of eating you should be doing. Clean eating, exercise, meditation. You're not doing those 3 things. Don't wonder why you are fucking miserable. I'm telling you, you do those 3 things, and you do them consistently, and you really start taking focus, put the focus on yourself, and fucking, now I'm not saying ignore other people, but for a period of time you might need to in order to hone in on yourself. But if you're not going within, taking care of yourself, doing the proper things for yourself, and loving yourself, you're not going to be able to do that for anybody else. So you think you're living your lives for other people, and you think that's great. No, that's not what it's about. you've got to live for yourself, and the only way you're going to be able to help other people is by taking care of yourself and loving yourself. That's where you find true freedom. That's where you find true happiness and peace, and that's where you're going to be able to put that out into the universe, and then you'll start helping people in that way. But anyway, get your ass outside, move, get into some kind of program, figure out what sport you like. Not everyone's the same. Everyone has their own abilities. Some people aren't fucking coordinated at all, but it doesn't matter. You still need to move your body. It's so important. And what people don't realize is you want to medicate with medication. You want to medicate with food. You want to medicate with alcohol, weed, whatever it is you're self-medicating with. You have a built-in system. You've got a built-in system for that. What's going to offset all those negative feelings and all that shit is exercise, movement. So figure out what works for you. Play around if you have to. If you just like to walk. That's it. Just go walk make sure you're doing it every day. If you like to stretch or do yoga, do it every day. At least a half hour. You've got to do something every day. Move your ass. And clean eating is another important thing. So you think, people mass produce all this crap out there because there's a lot of people need to eat. Reality is that you're putting chemicals and toxins and poison into your body when you're eating processed foods, and it makes a difference. I'm telling you, I experienced both sides of it, and I know when I feel better is when I'm eating clean. And I'm really I don't want to say super regimented or anything like that, but the cleaner I eat, the better I feel. So it's important, and I don't like those other foods. They make me feel sick. I don't feel good. I get pissed off because there's either if I'm eating something that has just a lot of sugar in it, or something that has just too many carbs, or I get fucking headaches. I get stomach aches. I don't like it, and then it throws me off, and I don't like that. It throws everything off of my mood, my workout routine, and then you have that shit in your system, and then you're craving it more because you have that shit in your system, and then you need to detox again. So you got to stop the cycles of that. You need to make a decision for yourself, and I've been doing that myself. So I've been making this decision to stop all of that. It's one thing if you're doing everything. You could do stuff in moderation, but I'm telling you, even that throws you off, because once you get that taste, it's like a drug. The sugar's like a drug. Once you get it in your system, it craves it, and you keep putting it in your body because of that, and then it fucking throws you off. You have to start all over again. So I've battled with that over the years, but eating clean is so important. So when I talk about eating clean, and I'm still researching the meat stuff and all that stuff, so I've eaten vegan foods before. I don't like to cook, so that's something I should probably start doing. I just don't have time. I don't have the desire to do that. I never did. I could follow a recipe and stuff, but I don't like dealing with it. It's just not my thing. I'd rather play sports, and I will fucking buy food, whatever. I'll get a rotisserie chicken, a clean rotisserie chicken, and fucking canned vegetables. I don't care. But yes, live foods are very important. It's important to eat live foods. But that's how I've been living. I don't fucking care. As long as it's clean, I don't care. But I should probably learn how to cook one day. I don't know. Somebody could teach me. But anyway, eating clean. So fruits, vegetables. Again, if you're gonna eat meat and protein and all that stuff, and chicken, poultry, whatever, fish, you're gonna eat that. Make sure it's lean. Make sure it is wild caught. Farm fresh, just bullshit. That's also processed. Stay away from it. So if you're not eating wild caught stuff or super lean meats and stuff like that, you're wasting your time. Don't even bother. You want to make sure there's nothing that's processed in your system. Even nuts and seeds you have to be careful with, so everybody's different. That's another thing. I'm noticing that if you eat by your blood type, I feel like that's better than your body weight. I'm not an expert in this stuff. I'm just going off of what I've experienced in my life, but I'm noticing that the blood type seems to be working the best for me. I even cut out eggs, and I ate eggs my entire life, and that was a staple food of mine. It was just quick to make, easy to make. I'd eat them every day. I was full. It was fine. Got my protein in, but I'm noticing a huge difference after taking out eggs and a couple other things in my diet, and how I don't need as many carbs. I feel like I need more protein in my diet, all that stuff. But I'm just noticing a fucking difference. Even certain fruits and vegetables, I can tell what's bothering my stomach. Like, I might like oranges, but they kill my stomach, and the acid, whatever it is, the acidity in it, it just doesn't sit well with me personally. And you've got to figure out what works for you. So if you need to go see a nutritionist, by all means, go do that. I'm not saying everybody's an expert and everyone knows what the hell they're talking about. We're all learning as we go along, and I'll learn more stuff as I go along. But I do notice the difference in eating clean and eating processed stuff. And if you can figure out how to eat clean and get clean snacks or cook for yourself, do all that stuff, fucking do it. Figure out how to do it, because it all ties in with the mind, body, soul connection. If one part of that of you is off, all the other parts are going to be off. So you need to get into a flow. You need to work on your spirit, which is meditation, gratitude, being out in nature. You need to move your body. You need to take care of your body. So what does that mean? You need to eat clean. You need to eat healthy. You need to exercise. Find something that works for you. Dancing, pole dancing, who cares? Figure it out. Martial arts, that's what I like right now. That's what I do. That's what I love the most out of all the sports I played. Mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. That's what I like to do. Those are my sports, so that's what I love to do. I can't stand running. I'll run if I have to compete, though. I'll run if that means that's gonna make me a better Muay Thai practitioner or BJJ practitioner. I'll do it because of that. But I don't care to run, but you just need to, there's certain things that you've got to make certain sacrifices and stuff, but figure out what it is that you like to do, and, follow it, be consistent, find what lights your fire, you know what I mean? And, it goes for anybody. So you may be an artist, painter, whatever it is that you do, doesn't mean you still need to exercise. So figure that out. You've got to take care of your body. If you're not taking care of your body, you're not going to be able to be as creative as you already are. So you've got to figure that out. You've got to put all of it together. Mind, when it comes to the mind, that's going to help. The body is going to help with your mind. The meditation is going to help with your mind. And you need to feed your mind the proper foods, like just mentally, all that stuff. Emotionally, you'll be fine. If you're taking care of your mind, body, soul, the emotions wouldn't even fucking matter. You just let them go. But it's good to feel things as well. I'm not saying that you need to, you're not going to be positive 24/7. Shit happens all the time, but it is about I do want to make it a point that it is always about how you are responding and reacting to the situation at hand. So my job is it's been up in the air for the past four fucking months now, and it's always been a crazy type of job, and it's fine. I think we have it under control, but shit, it's been super stressful, and I've been trying to deal with that on top of being a single mom and all this stuff. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? That's what I would like try to, all right, this is the push I need to get myself out there. Fine, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm finally gonna do it. I'm listening to all the stuff that I need to do, and I knew I should have been doing this from the very beginning anyway, but I was going around in circles like, do I want to be a therapist? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? How am I going to do this? I don't want to work for anybody else. I don't want to go back to school. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I don't even care about traditional therapy. Like, for me, I could sit there and be empathetic with you and all that stuff, but I'm going to tell you something right now. I know the difference between being empathetic and compassionate. I know not to sit in your bullshit. I'm not going to sit in your bullshit with you. So we can talk about the problem. We're not going to focus on the problem. We're going to focus on how you're responding and reacting to it, and what you feel like you're actually lacking, what you're lacking. And what it comes down to is always self-love. You have the answers within you. You don't need answers from anybody else. You don't need answers from me. You don't need answers from anybody. Now, shut the door. I'll be out in 10 minutes. Go. You don't need answers from anybody, but I am here to guide you and help you, and to just give you my life experience and what I experienced in my life, and put it out there so maybe it helps somebody else. I wish I had somebody to look up to, and I wish I was able to let somebody in, and I wish I had a mentor. I didn't have that growing up. When I played sports, I had some great coaches and everything, but as far as like, that was fine during that time period, but like carrying it over into my adult life, I didn't have that, and I wasn't searching for it, and I wish I had somebody. So I'm trying to be that somebody for somebody, and if I could help change one person's life, then I did my job, and I'm happy about that. But I'm doing this to help you. I already know what I need to be doing for myself, and I already feel good with myself. I feel good alone. I feel I'm at peace. I feel free, and that's the fucking important part. I love myself. I know what love is. I know what real love is. I know what unconditional love is. I know what it feels like. And that's what I'm focusing on keeping that in my life, and I'm not going to let that go now. So anything I say is to help you. And yeah, of course, everybody needs to make money, and I've been doing this stuff, I've been experiencing this stuff, and practicing this stuff, and researching this stuff for fucking years. Yeah, it's time for me to get paid. So I don't mean that in a negative way, it's just, it's time for me. This is part of my journey where I'm now taking care of my financial stuff, and once I figure that part out, the business part, the entrepreneur part, I will feel happy to put that out and help you out with that as well. But right now, this is all about me just putting myself out there, getting comfortable on camera. I don't have makeup on. I look at my hair. I need a haircut. I need to dye my hair. I don't have a bra on. I don't care. Like, it's not like I don't care. Because I like to dress up and everything. My nails need to be done, but I'm just putting myself out there, getting my shit out there. This is part of my journey. It's getting comfortable talking, getting comfortable being on camera, because for the longest time I fucking hate it. I don't like getting my picture taken, but I'm getting more and more used to it, and the better shape I get in, and the more I'm taking care of myself, the more confident I'm feeling, and that's why I'm able to now relay these messages to you, and to put myself out there and try to help people. So I know that was a lot, and again, this is only my second video, so it's not like I have all of this figured out, and I know there's stuff that I'm researching now, I'm trying to research, and I know that certain systems work and all that stuff, but I kind of like, the way I am, I just, I don't like fucking following directions or rules, and I'm sure maybe, I don't know, maybe I will have to at some point, but all I have to say is I feel free, so fuck you. I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it, and I'll figure it out as I go, like I always fucking do. But I do need to research a little bit more, and try to put a program out there for you to follow. And but right now I'm just getting myself out there, talking, getting comfortable being on camera, dealing with not necessarily looking presentable. I could go do my makeup and hair right now, look like $1 billion. What the fuck is that gonna, I mean, that's what everybody does, so I'm just gonna be me. I'm in the middle of training and doing all that stuff. I don't have time to do that. I'm taking care of my daughter, which is a whole other issue that I need to talk about. I just need to get that out for myself. But having to run businesses, deal with her, and focus on fucking training, these are all full-time jobs, and I'd rather be doing this than doing anything else, so I'll deal with it. But it is, the time management part of it is killing me, and I'm just trying to figure it out. It's like I haven't even been dealing with talking to my family that much, or my friends that much, or visiting that much. Like, my social life is at the MMA gym. That's my social life during the week. And I know that can change, and that will change, and like I try to step away from it here and there, but there's just so much going on, and it's fine. It's just there, but there's no partner at this point, and I'm just like, how am I supposed to factor in a partner when all is said and done, or if they have kids, and how am I going to deal with all this? I'll figure it out, but I'm just like, oh my god, what am I going to do? So I'll try to put a program together for you guys, and I will get it out there when I get it out there. But right now, my focus right now is just keeping my head above water. I know I'm fine. I'm okay. But getting my stuff out there and just fucking being myself. This is me. This is who I am, you know. I get excited about stuff. I like talking about stuff. I can be super calm when it comes to certain things, and I'm just trying to find my voice right now. And, you know, like I said, I could be calm or I could be crazy, and when I talk about MMA, I get like nuts. But I've even been calming down when it comes to that, because I don't want, like, I know who I am and stuff, but I'm trying to find like my voice, and maybe it's just me. I'm just gonna be nuts. I might just be nuts on the fucking video. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I need to find out who my audience is too. That's another part of this. Who's my audience? Who am I talking to? Am I speaking to women? Am I speaking to men? Because I can speak to both, and I understand both sides. I'm very comfortable with my feminine side of me. I'm very comfortable with the masculine side of me, and I've now met in the middle. And I'm not saying I don't go one way or the other sometimes. Sometimes I do, but I know just for me, having to be alone for most of my life and dealing with life on my own and doing it my whole life like this by myself, I'm just very fucking comfortable being both sides of the spectrum, and I've now met in the middle, which is great. So but yeah, so hopefully you guys took something away from that. I know it was very scattered and all over the place. It's not like I don't have anything written down here. I'm just fucking I'm just, just winging it. And I'm sure I'll put something more professional together at some point. Maybe I won't, I don't know. I kind of like just doing it like this, and this is who I am. And if it resonates with you, great. You're my people. If it doesn't, I wish you well. But anyway, have a great day. It's sunny outside. It's freezing where I'm at, but it's beautiful out. So get outside, go walk, go do something good for yourself. Okay, take care of yourself today. All right, bye.